Hey yo, what is up Godzilla and Kaiju fans? It is me, Godzilla, in my evolved form again, and welcome Godzilla and Kaiju fans to SpaceX Starship 6th Orbital Test Flight live event on Godzilla King _ 1954 to 23. So, yeah Godzilla and Kaiju fans, the video is finally and officially here. After a bit over 1 week since SpaceX Starship 6th orbital test flight happened, the video is finally and officially here. Welcome Godzilla and Kaiju fans to the SpaceX Starship 6th orbital test flight live event on Godzilla King _ 1954 to 23. So, yeah Godzilla and Kaiju fans, this is our 80th Godzilla King _ 1954 to 23 YouTube video on our YouTube channel. And yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, we are now at 80 YouTube videos on our YouTube channel now. This is our 80th Godzilla King _ 1954 to 23 YouTube video on our YouTube channel. And yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, this is going to be super extremely awesome. So, yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, today is November 28th, 2024, which is Thanksgiving Day 2024. And yeah, happy Thanksgiving 2024, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. I hope all of you Godzilla and Kaiju fans are having a super extremely awesome Thanksgiving 2024, like me and all of us are. So yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, this day is definitely super extremely special because yeah, Thanksgiving 2024 is here. And yeah, happy Thanksgiving 2024, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. It's time for us to watch and review and react to the full and complete SpaceX Starship 6th orbital test flight. So, yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, since it is Thanksgiving Day 2024, we're going to be doing the full SpaceX Starship 6th orbital test flight live event on Godzilla King _ 1954 to 23. So, yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, it's time to get into SpaceX Starship 6th orbital test flight, so please like the videos and subscribe to Godzilla King _ 1954 to 23 to become a member of Team Godzilla and to get our YouTube channel to 100 subscribers on YouTube, and for more extremely awesome Godzilla King _ 1954 to 23 YouTube videos on our YouTube channel. So yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, it's time for the SpaceX Starship 6th orbital test flight live event on Godzilla King _ 1954 to 23. aka our 80th Godzilla King _ 1954 to 23 YouTube video on our YouTube channel. So, please enjoy the video, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. It's time for SpaceX Starship 6th orbital test flight live event on Godzilla King _ 1954 to 23, aka our 80th Godzilla King _ 1954 to 23 YouTube video on our YouTube channel. So, enjoy the video, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. Let's watch SpaceX Starship 6th orbital test flight. So, enjoy the video, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. So yeah, enjoy the video, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. Alright, so I'm going to once again sit down on my spot. I'm going to make sure everything is all ready to go. And alright, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, this is it. It's time. It's been over 1 month since SpaceX Starship 5th orbital test flight in October 2024, and now it's time for SpaceX Starship 6th orbital test flight, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. Alright, here we go. Alright, Star Hopper, the suborbital test flights. Yep, all the suborbital test flights. And now, here we are now. Starship Flight 6 is here. A lot of stuff at Starbase has happened. Alright. Yep. Tesla Cybertruck. Alright, Starship Flight 1. Starship Flight 2, right here. Yep, Starship Flight 2. Alright, Starship Flight 3. Alright, yep. And Starship Flight 4. All right. Yep. And Starship Flight 5. The first ever Super Heavy Booster Mechazilla catch. Booster 12 did the Mechazilla catch. And there's Starship 30 right there. It did its ocean landing in the Indian Ocean. And yeah, here we are now. Welcome to SpaceX Starship's 6th orbital test flight.
Good afternoon and welcome to the 6th flight test of Starship.
Starship Flight 6.
3:25 p.m. Central Time at Starbase, Texas.
This was on November 19th, 2024. A little bit over 1 week ago. Yep.
Starship liftoff.
Yep, this is the first afternoon Starship flight right here.
And that will occur at 4 p.m. Central Time. Now,
And that happened at 4 p.m. Central Time.
The ship splashing down on
Yep.
the other side of the world. I'm Kate Tice, Senior Quality Systems Engineering Manager here at SpaceX.
And I'm Jessie Anderson, a Senior Structures Engineering Manager, and we are joining you live from SpaceX Hawthorne.
Yep.
On Flight 5,
Their headquarters.
we rose to maximum excitement, and Starship delivered in what had to be one of the most memorable moments in my time here at SpaceX.
All right. Yep. Starship
So
Flight
many
5.
of you, we were in utter shock as we watched that historic booster catch unfold, and we're back today to try and do it all over again.
Make sure you watch our Starship Flight 5 videos if you haven't already. Go check them out. Yeah.
Yet between Starship flight tests.
Starship
Our goal is to get
test
that turnaround
flights.
time down to hours.
Following Flight 5, the SpaceX team went to work, immediately implementing lessons learned into the vehicle and tower's hardware and software systems for Flight 6.
Yep.
This is what rapid iteration looks like. We gather real data from these test flights and turn around and fly again as soon as possible.
Yep.
This is the process that is bringing us the rapidly reusable Starship that will soon be taking us to the Moon and Mars.
Yep. That's right.
Flight 5 proved that we can safely bring the booster back to the launch tower, which is a key factor in driving rapid reusability.
Yep,
And
Starship
land
Flight
ship
5 did
flight
prove
to
that.
Splashdown in the Indian Ocean. We'll be taking you through today's test objectives in just a moment, but first let's check in with Dan, who's on the ground just a few miles from the pad at Starbase with the best views. How's it going, Dan?
Hey Jesse, it's going fantastic. I got a couple hundred of my best friends out here ready to watch this launch and hopefully another catch today. But welcome everybody back to Starbase for another Starship launch. I'm Dan Hewitt. Got Launch Control Center right behind me, tower just about 6 miles over that shoulder. It has been a pretty quiet countdown. Not a lot of chatter on the loops right now as we are into prop load and we are counting down to the very top of our window at 4 p.m. Central Time. So just about 32 minutes from now. Right now, the range is projected to be clear by then. We've got our assets out there making sure land, air, sea, everything around the launch pad and then our flight path are clear before we give the final go to liftoff today. We got through the weather poll. Everything was looking great. A little breezy today, but well within our constraints for both launch and catch criteria.
It had been a little bit breezy for Starbase before Starship Flight 6 happened. Wow, look at that super awesome view.
The ship prop load started at about T-minus 49
Camera just a little bit.
and then the booster followed just a couple minutes after at about T-minus 41. We're almost halfway full on ship, just about a third on booster.
Yep.
Those are both going to continue until we're about 3.
I'll tell you about our Starship Flight 6 prototypes when we get ourselves our full camera view of both our prototypes here.
We're loading up right to that last possible
So our propellant is liquid methane and liquid oxygen, like always.
The countdown startup sequence, everything will look very familiar if you
Alright, so yeah, right there, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. That right there, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, is the full stack of our Starship Flight 6 prototypes right here. That right there is Starship 31 and Super Heavy Booster 13, our SpaceX Starship 6th orbital test flight prototypes for Starship Flight 6. And yeah, Starship 31 and Super Heavy Booster 13 are ready for Starship Flight 6. And we're going to see how they go through on Starship Flight 6. We're going to see all the awesome milestones and objectives they're going to go through. So yeah, that's going to be coming up very soon.
for at least 24 hours. But
Yep.
weather is fantastic, light breeze, no
Alright, there's
Not
Starbase.
tracking any hardware constraints to launch today. If we're not able to get off the pad though.
Yep, our prototypes for Starship Flight 6 is Starship 31 and Super Heavy Booster 13. So, yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, that's going to be really awesome. This test flight is going to be really awesome. So, yeah. Starship Flight 6 is definitely going to be very awesome, just like how just like how Starship Flight 5 was.
Rapidly as Starship itself. That second launch tower will be coming online next year, and it
Oh
will
yeah.
increase
Orbital Launch Site B's Mechazilla Launch Tower, the second Mechazilla Launch Tower, will be in action and will be operational in 2025, next year.
with the goal of producing hundreds of
Yep,
ships a year.
and
Yeah.
this is all the stuff that's been going on at Starbase.
Because it is. If you can imagine a future where we are flying and catching a fleet of boosters, which is the lower portion of the vehicle, that fleet is actually.
Oh wow, look at that right there, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. That right there, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, is Super Heavy Booster 14, the Super Heavy Booster for Starship Flight 7s. Yep. Yep. So yeah, we're going to talk about the other prototype for Starship Flight 7.
Boosters will come back and turn around to launch the next ship. So in order to hit that production cadence of hundreds per year, we're rapidly building out Star Factory, which is our Starship production facility in Texas.
Oh wow, look at that right there, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. That's Starship 34. That's the second generation. That's the one of the new generation Starship spacecrafts, and that's Starship 33 right there. So yeah, both Starship 33 and Starship 34 are version 2 Starship spacecrafts, and that's Starship 30 right there, the prototype, the Starship spacecraft prototype that went on Starship Flight 5, and that's Booster 12. That got caught by the Mechazilla arms on Starship Flight 5 as well, and also flew with Starship 30 as well. And that's before, and that was during the stacking right there. Yeah, that was during the stacking right there. Starship 30 and Booster 12 right there. Yep. This was before Starship Flight 5. That's Starship 30 and Booster 12 right there. Yeah, that's Starship 30 and Booster 12 right there.
We have a place for you. Visit SpaceX.com/careers to see all of our openings.
Every role is critical to the future of Starship. With Starbase growing faster than ever, we can't do it without you.
This place is where our future is being built, and that is a future that we are all very excited about. All right, let's dive deeper into the inner workings of Starship and learn more about this flying skyscraper.
Okay. So yeah, we do know SpaceX Starship is the world's most powerful and largest rocket ever built, tested, and flown. And yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. We already know this from the very beginning, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. Godzilla and Kaiju fans. Starship is the world's most powerful and largest rocket ever, and yeah, it's designed to be fully reusable, fully and rapidly reusable. So yeah, and that's gonna help us get humanity to Mars and travel and ultimately help us travel to Mars and beyond. And yeah. Oh wow, look at that right there, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. So on Starship 30 right there, there is a Mecha Godzilla decal on Starship 30 right there. So yeah, Starship 30 has a Mecha Godzilla decal right there, right next to one of its decals, the S30 decal. And look at that right there, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. That's the Mecha Godzilla decal that was on Starship 30 right there. Yep, that's full scale. That's really big right there. That does look really big. Yep, Starship 30 Mecha Godzilla decal right there. Yeah, Starship 30 Mecha Godzilla decal. That's really an awesome touch for Starship 30 right there for Starship Flight 5. And Starship... and this right here is the first ever payload a Starship spacecraft is flying with right here. A banana. Yeah, Starship 31 is taking a banana to space. Yep, that's our first payload in the Starship program, a banana on Starship 31 right there. Banana for scale.
Give us a chance to do a test run of payload approval processes with the FAA, and that's something that we're hoping to do next year if we start.
I hope all of you Godzilla and Kaiju fans like Starship 30's Mecha Godzilla decal. And Godspeed Banana too. All right, now it's time for size comparison.
Screen, a Starlink Mini next to a banana for scale. And to get an even better sense of how big Starship is,
All right,
let's take the
there's a
average
banana
size
right there.
next to the average size human, which is about 2 meters
And the
tall.
average sized human, 2 meters tall. The Millennium Falcon from Star Wars, 35 meters in length. SpaceX Falcon 9, 70 meters tall. And SpaceX Starship, 122 meters tall, or 400 feet tall. Yeah, I did the correct calculations for Starship's height with the hot stage ring on. Yeah, the hot stage ring is 2 meters tall, and the Starship spacecrafts are 50 meters tall, and Super Heavy boosters are 70 meters tall. So yeah, the full stack completely with the hot stage ring on is 122 meters tall or 400 feet tall, the same size as Mechagodzilla 2021. And that right there is Booster 13's 33 Raptor version 2 engines. And Starship 31, just like other Starship spacecrafts, has 6 Raptor engines, 3 Raptor sea level engines, and 3 Raptor vacuum engines. Oh wow, and look at that. We got onboard camera view on Booster 13 right there. That's awesome. That is really awesome.
Full reusability, the ship must survive re-entry not just once, but multiple times.
Yeah, each Starship spacecraft must survive atmospheric entry multiple times. And we got this very awesome camera view of us looking at Starship 31 right there, and part of Booster 13 as well. We saw that on Flight 3, but I didn't do the video about that. But it's okay, it's okay. Every single test flight. We're gonna have rapid reusability at hand.
Already begun testing the heat shield tiles in environments simulating Mars atmospheric entry conditions, which we'll see more of in just a few minutes.
Oh yeah.
Slightly different than coming back to Earth.
Just slightly different.
All right.
And in between the first and second stages is our.
And that between Starship 31 and Booster 13 is Booster 13's hot stage ring. Yeah, Booster 13, just like Starship Flight 5 and Starship Flight 4 and Starship Flight 3 and wait, hold on, one second. Yeah, so Booster 13. So yeah, between Starship 31 and Booster 13, the hot stage ring right there, right in between right in between both prototypes. All right, so this is what happened during Starship Flight 5.
On October 13th, Starship successfully lifted off at 7:25 a.m. Central Time from Starbase, Texas. A gorgeous sunrise ascent that was fairly quickly followed by
we had
hot stage separation maneuver.
Hot stage separation right there. Starship 30 and Super Heavy Booster 12 on SpaceX Starship 5th orbital test flight. And Starship 30 and Booster 12 completed their milestones and primary objectives. And most importantly, Booster 12 did the Mechazilla catch on Starship Flight 5, which is like super awesome. We got some atmospheric entry heating, and there's Booster 12's Mechazilla catch burn. And yeah, we got these awesome video of Starship Flight 5, Booster 12's Mechazilla catch, and yeah, Booster 12 got caught by the Mechazilla arms on the Mechazilla launch tower right there, and that's really awesome. And Starship 30 went through atmospheric entry, and also did its powered ocean landing in the Indian Ocean. Yep, and right there. And that concluded Starship Flight 5 right there. And yeah. So yeah, that's really awesome. SpaceX Starship 5th orbital test flight is indeed the new biggest rocket test flight in spaceflight history. And now here we are now, Starship Flight 6 with Starship 31 and Booster 13. Yep. Starship Flight 5 was the biggest and most ambitious success SpaceX has ever made in their Starship program, and yeah, that's going to be held on for Starship Flight 5. That title for Starship Flight 5 is going to be held on there until future Starship test flights. And yeah. SpaceX Starship 5th orbital test flight is definitely the biggest rocket test flight in the history of spaceflight, and yeah, that's until future Starship test flights happen. Yeah.
Prepare for future reuse. About 20 minutes
All right,
now,
so yeah,
Star Panel will be
we're
ready
gonna
to
go ahead and go over what's gonna happen during Starship Flight 6, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and go over what's gonna happen for SpaceX Starship 6th orbital test flight, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. All right, here we go. So very soon, Booster 13 will ignite its 33 Raptor version 2 engines, and Starship 31 and Booster 13 will lift off, and they will go into ascend and go through max Q, and then and then Starship 31 and Booster 13 will go through hot stage separation. Starship 31 will begin its ascent burn. Booster 13 will do its boost back burn, and will later separate its hot stage ring. And Booster 13 will attempt the second Mechazilla catch. The second Mechazilla catch in the Starship program. So Starship 31 will complete its ascent burn. It will go into coast phase. And then Starship 31 will do a in-space Raptor engine relight demo before going through atmospheric entry. And just like Starship 30 on Starship Flight 5, we'll do another powered ocean landing using its 3 Raptor sea level engines for a soft and vertical ocean landing in the Indian Ocean. And that's basically what's going to happen during Starship Flight 6, everybody. It's going to follow the same thing as Starship Flight 6, but it's going to be a little bit more different with a additional objective, which is doing a in-space Raptor engine relight demo. And yeah, that's going to be simulating a deorbit burn. And yeah, we're going to see how that's going to go. That was going to be attempted on Starship Flight 3, but was aborted due to a lot of roll problems. And yeah. So yeah, we're going to see that on Starship Flight 6. All of that's going to be on Starship Flight 6. If everything's going to go successful. Either Booster 13 is going to do the Mechazilla catch, or is going to do a ocean landing in the Gulf of Mexico. So yeah, we're going to see how Starship Flight 6 is going to go.
And on top of all of that, we're going to fly the ship at an aggressive angle of attack.
They are going to fly Starship 31 at an aggressive angle of attack during its descent.
Our usual belly flap orientation during final descent. This will no doubt stress the limits of the flap's ability to maintain control, but it will be a chance to get real flight data on what our limits actually are.
So, to put it as bluntly as possible, do not be surprised if this is not a smooth flight to splashdown today. We are intentionally looking for how far we can push and discover the vehicle's true limits as we plan for future ship return and catch.
Yep, future Starship spacecraft return and Mechazilla catches.
The data we receive all the way to the end is what we're looking for and what will help us get to a rapidly reusable Starship of the future.
Yes, indeed.
And just like Flight 5, one of our objectives for Flight 6 is attempting to return the booster to the launch site to be caught by the tower.
Yes, Booster 13 will attempt the second Mechazilla catch.
Increase the structural, as well as increasing the structural strength in a few spots. We've also implemented a few changes across both ship and tower to try and speed up the post-catch timeline. Returning vehicles to the launch site leverages the same hardware that we use for stacking.
Oh my gosh, there's a lot of propellant loading fog coming into the camera right there.
That rapid reusability that we keep talking about, we need a quick turnaround.
So that's from the tank farm. Yeah, orbital tank farm. Yeah.
The launch vehicle right back there to where it needs to launch from again.
Yep.
Exactly.
All right, so this is SpaceX Starship 5th Orbital Test Flight Booster 12 Mechazilla Catch, Reality versus Render. So this is it right here, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. This is a side-by-side of the Render versus Reality of Starship Flight 5, Booster 12's Mechazilla Catch. All right. Yep. All right. Yep. So Booster 12 Mechazilla Catch, Reality versus Render. So this is it right here. We got some new camera view for Starship Flight 5 here of Booster 12's Mechazilla Catch. And yep. So yeah. There you go. And Booster 12 Mechazilla Catch confirmed. So yeah, that's the reality versus render of Booster 12's Mechazilla catch on Starship Flight 5 there,
Now, for
guys.
today's test, just like Flight 5, we're only going to catch if everything on the booster and the tower checks out after launch.
Yep.
As always, we accept no compromises when it comes to the safety of the public and our team. And so to that end, the area around the pad and the flight path are cleared in advance.
Yeah,
A
so
lot of things have to go right in order to line up the booster catch. So if all criteria is met, we will attempt to catch, but there is a chance that we may not.
yes, because yeah, the automated health checks need to see if Booster 13 or the Mechazilla arms on the Mechazilla launch tower are healthy enough. But if the Mechazilla arms are not healthy or Booster 13 is not healthy enough for the Mechazilla catch, then Booster 13 will default to a trajectory that will take it to a vertical ocean landing and ocean landing burn and yep, ocean landing in the Gulf of Mexico. And yeah, that is probably what's going to happen. If that is what will happen if the automated health checks show unhealthy conditions with Mechazilla or Booster 13. So yeah. Oh yeah, we gotta watch out for that sonic booms as well, though. Those brief thunder-like brief thunder-like sound. Oh yeah, that's Booster 12's sonic boom while it was doing its Mechazilla catch right there. That extremely loud thunder sound. Thunder boom sound. Sonic boom. Sonic boom of Booster 12 for Mechazilla catch right there.
Being reused. We hear it with Falcon 9. We heard it during shuttle, and looking forward to hopefully hearing it today. Just a quick status check though. We're about 85% full on ship.
We're 85% full
on booster, continuing to count down.
We're almost full on propellant here. We're almost fully completely loaded with liquid methane and liquid oxygen for Starship 31 and Booster 13. And yeah.
I think Dan said it really well when it really does hurt the brain to think that this is going to be the norm, that this is just the beginning. Every one of these flights is a step closer to a fully operational Starship that will take us beyond Earth orbit.
Yes.
And with our pace of rapid iteration here, the Moon and Mars are not nearly as far in the future as you may think. In fact, we're planning to send Starships to Mars as soon as 2026.
Oh yeah, we're going to be sending Starships to Mars as soon as 2026. So yeah, it takes 2 years for Mars to get around the sun in its orbit, and the transfer windows have to be at the right time for Starships to launch to Mars. So yeah, we're going to be launching Starship spacecrafts to Mars for Mars missions in 2026. So that's going to be 2 years from now, potentially. Yeah.
If we didn't do this, we would need more propellant and more time to get there.
Oh yeah, more propellant.
The first opportunity we have to fly Starships to Mars, we plan to go for it. These first flight tests to Mars will be uncrewed and we'll test the reliability.
Yep, they will be uncrewed Starship test flights to Mars. Yep.
Soon follow after that.
Right now, our flight tests are
Our test flights.
On proving out reusability of both Super Heavy and Starship. In 2025, we'll continue that focus while also potentially flying our first Starlink missions and demonstrate capabilities central to our role in taking astronauts to the moon as part of NASA's Artemis program.
Oh, yes.
Starship will be used to...
Oh, wow, look at that right there. Redesigned Starship human landing system variant right there. Yeah, that's the human landing system variant of the Starship spacecraft right there. Oh, wow, look at that right there. Starship spacecraft version 2 being refueled by a depot variant right there. A depot variant, propellant depot variant of Starship right there. The white one. Yep, and there's the redesigned human landing system that will dock with the Orion spacecraft. And that will take the astronauts to the surface of the moon.
And leave the first footprints on the moon in more than half a century, kickstarting
Oh,
humanity's
yeah.
mission to establish a sustainable
Yep,
present
Artemis
day.
3 will be
And
coming
coming
soon
soon to a
in
moon base out near you,
2026.
Starship
And
aircraft
wow,
mission.
an even more
It's so
evolved
exciting, and all the advancements that are going to
human
come
landing
in
system
order
variant.
to enable
So yeah,
our
we
rocket.
saw
Now, our
a lot of
rocket
special
is
stuff
development
for
on
the
Orbit has been
Starship
the basis for
spacecrafts
all of SpaceX's
in the
major
future.
innovative
We
advancements,
saw
including
SpaceX
that
Starship
and
spacecraft version
Starlink.
2.
Today
Yeah, we
we're testing
saw
hardware and
Starship
systems,
version
and
2.
we need to know
Yep.
how they perform under the
Yes, we
most extreme
saw
conditions.
Starship
You want more
spacecraft
extreme
version
than the
2s.
flight
Yep.
environment. We'd much rather
All right, let me
find
see
the
that on
bugs
one
and what's
take. Yeah,
natural
so we
during
saw
testing that
version
we're
2
not
Starship
responsible.
spacecrafts.
And to reiterate,
We saw
while we do
the
determine
propellant
a
depot variant.
acceptable
We
and
saw
acceptable level of
the
technical risk
uncrewed
on our vehicle and
version
pad,
2
running
Starship
fast
spacecraft
successfully,
variant, and we
these are no
saw the
compromises when it
new
comes to the safety and
redesigned
development for our team.
Starship
So all
human
that
landing
said,
system
this is only
spacecraft.
the 6th of
So,
many future
yeah,
fantastic Starship
that's going to be
prototypes
really
to be
awesome to see,
upgraded.
and I can't wait to see
And we
those
tend to do our
Starship
testing
variants come
out in
out,
the
along with the
open, just like
other
today. And that
Starship
means
spacecraft
people sometimes
variants
see when our
that
hardware doesn't
will
perform as
potentially
we
be
planned during our
version 2
testing,
Starship
and
spacecrafts.
that's okay,
Yep.
because this is exactly what we are testing for, to physically see if hardware performance matches what we expected to
More
do
camera view
or
of
not.
Starship
Even
31
more
right
with
there.
today's test flight, where we're purposefully pushing the ship beyond its limits.
Yep.
Starship development is also being aided by Starlink space-based connectivity.
Oh yeah, and this was footage before Starship Flight 4 happened. The Starlink terminals. Yeah, Starship 31 has the Starlink terminals on its forward section right there. Its nose right there. Yep. That's for that extremely awesome camera view on board. Yep. And also, there's Starlink terminals on Booster 13 as well. Yep.
Which spaceflight veterans know that is historically a period of blackout for all communications within spaceflight.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen because we got Starlink terminals, which can provide us extremely awesome camera view.
That have been underserved by traditional broadband internet.
Yeah, and soon Starship will deploy our next generation Starlink satellites, which will continue to increase our capability to connect even more people.
Oh yeah, the first, the full sized, oh wow, oh wow. Wait 1 second. All right, well, let's see our Starship Flight 7 SpaceX Starship prototype. Oh my Godzilla. Have a look at this right here, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. I think you all exactly know what that is right there, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. That right there, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, is Starship 33, the first ever Starship version 2 spacecraft. Yep, that is Starship 33 right there. Yep. That's it right there, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. That is Starship 33, the very first version 2 Starship spacecraft prototype. That will be the SpaceX Starship spacecraft prototype for SpaceX Starship 7th orbital test flight. Yes, SpaceX Starship 7th orbital test flight is going to be the launch of prototypes Starship 33 and Super Heavy Booster 14. And yeah, look at that right there. New thermal protection system material being tested for some simulated Mars atmospheric entry heating right there. Yep, that's simulating Mars atmospheric entry, and yeah. Yep, so our SpaceX Starship 7th orbital test flight prototypes will be Starship 33 and Super Heavy Booster 14. Yep. Starship 33, the first version 2 Starship spacecraft prototype, is going to fly with Super Heavy Booster 13, Super Heavy Booster 14. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, let me say that all in one official take. Yeah. So yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, our SpaceX Starship 7th orbital test flight prototypes are Starship 33 and Super Heavy Booster 14. Yep. That's right, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. Starship 33 is going to fly with Booster 14 on Starship Flight 7. And yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, SpaceX Starship 7th orbital test flight is coming soon and launching soon, potentially next year in 2025. So yeah, go Starship 33 and Super Heavy Booster 14.
start. We are, what, a little under 6 minutes away from launch.
All right. Propellant loading is almost fully complete here.
Now 5 minutes and 43 seconds until liftoff. Now, once we pass the T-minus 40-second mark, a number of events are going to occur in rapid succession. The ground spin and ignition systems will come up to flight pressure, and the ship will go on to internal
Starship 31.
And then after that, the quick disconnect, or what we call the QD arm lockout, is removed.
Oh yeah, and the ship quick disconnect and booster quick the ship quick disconnect and booster quick disconnect will retract before liftoff happens, which is like probably like a second before our prototypes lift off. So yeah.
Once the water for the deflector system begins flowing.
Oh yeah, the water deluge system will activate at 5 seconds before liftoff. That's gonna happen like probably like 15 seconds before. I mean, probably like 15 seconds after the fire suppression system activates on the orbital launch mount. So yeah, at 20 seconds before liftoff, we will see the fire suppression system activate on the orbital launch mount. And at 5 seconds before liftoff, we will see the water deluge system activate. Yep, the water deluge system for the orbital launch mount, the water-cooled steel deluge system, the water-cooled steel flame deflector deluge system is going to activate at 5 seconds before liftoff, which will deflect Booster 13's flames from its Raptor engines and also protect the foundation of orbital launch mount right there. So yeah. All right, 4 minutes until Starship Flight 6 happens. Propellant loading is almost fully complete. It's just about to wrap up.
We're getting really excited here, just a few minutes away. We're going to go back, send it over to Dan in Starbase. How's it going, Dan?
It is still going great. Just coming up on about 3.5 minutes away, so we should be done with our prop load on ship momentarily. At about 30
our propellant load is almost complete.
Our flight control team.
Here's another look at Starship 30 and Booster Starship 33, or Starship 31 and Booster 13.
They're going to have a lot of work to do right after we lift off, as we still have.
Sorry, I got a little bit mixed up there for a moment.
Prior to the flight director, who's going to be Tristan Pierce again today.
I sometimes get mixed up, guys. It's okay. It's okay. Your buddy's doing your best to get his sentences correct. Yeah. All right, 3 minutes until Starship Flight 6. And there's awesome camera view of Starship 31 right there. It looks a little bit different than what we have previously saw on other Starship test flights because, like, some of its thermal protection system tiles have been removed. Basically for any future Mechazilla Catch hardware. Yeah, Mechazilla Catch hardware will be installed where there is no thermal protection tiles on the side of Starship 31 right there.
So getting its ride to space.
So yeah, that's gonna be on future Starship spacecrafts, like, you know, where there's like missing thermal protection system tiles on Starship 31 right there. Yeah, that is to make room for future Mechazilla Catch hardware right there. Yep. All right, 2 minutes until SpaceX Starship 6 orbital test flight, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. We're going to see Starship 31 and Booster 13 fly.
You're going to see fire start at the bottom. You're going to see the deflector start at about 10 seconds before launch. Lots of water to help dissipate all that heat, all that sound. And then the engine starting up in 3 different groups. And then about a second after T0, we should see liftoff.
All right.
About 2.5 minutes into the flight, a little bit longer, we'll see hot staging. And that's when we're going to be listening really close on those loops to see if we're going to be bringing the booster back for a catch today. Do always want to caution, it's never a guarantee. We've done this once. We'll see if we do it again. We're only going to do it if the booster and the tower are looking really good before we attempt to bring it back here. But
yep, that's right.
Coming up on a minute, not tracking any holds on the board right now.
All right, here we go, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. It's time for Starship Flight 6. 1 minute remaining until SpaceX Starship 6th orbital test flight, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. It's time for the 6th orbital test flight of a SpaceX Starship. Our prototypes are Starship 31 and Super Heavy Booster 13. Everything will be going the same way how it was on Starship Flight 5, but with an additional objective, relighting one of Starship 31's Raptor engines for the in-space Raptor engine relight demo. So, this is it, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. It's time for SpaceX Starship's 6th orbital test flight to happen, and let's have Starship 31 and Booster 13 fly. Alright, here we go. And here we go. The fire suppression system on the orbital launch mount has activated, and it's time to count down to SpaceX Starship's 6th orbital test flight. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The deluge system has activated. Booster 13 ignition. All 33 Raptor engines ignited on Booster 13. And liftoff. Liftoff of SpaceX Starship's 6th orbital test flight. We rise together with SpaceX, traveling back to the moon, traveling to Mars, and beyond. Go Starship 31 and Booster 13. Yes, go Starship 31 and Super Heavy Booster 13. Starship Flight 6. Alright, Booster 13 chamber pressures and Raptor engine propulsion is nominal. Yeah. Alright, over 30 seconds into flight, we had the successful liftoff of Starship 31 and Booster 13. This is the final flight of a version 1 Starship spacecraft prototype. And yeah, we're going to see Starship Flight 7, have Starship 31, and we're going to have Starship Flight 7 see the flight of Starship 33 and Booster 14. Alright, 1 minute into Starship Flight 6. Alright, Max Q. Max Q, the period of maximum aerodynamic pressure. This is the most stress Starship 31 and Booster 13 are going to see up the way uphill, and there's that vapor cloud right there from Max Q right there. Oh, yes. Yep. All right. Starship 31 and Booster 13 have successfully lifted off from Orbital Launch Site A, and they have successfully lifted off Orbital Launch Site A, and yep, they're ascending, and what we're going to see next is hot staging, hot stage separation. We're going to see most of Booster 13's Raptor engines shut down, and then we're going to see Starship 31's engines ignite, and we're going to separate Starship 31 and Booster 13, and then what's called hot stage separation. Yep. We had a successful liftoff of Starship 31 and Booster 13. Yeah, Starship 31 and Booster 13 have successfully lifted off Orbital Launch Site A at Starbase, and they're ascending, going into space, and now it's time for hot stage separation. Coming up in just a few seconds from now. Here we go. Prepare for hot stage separation, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. Here we go.
And we heard...
Alright.
We heard the tower is go for
Mechazilla's preparing for catch. Alright, Booster 13, most engines cut off. Starship 31 ignition, and hot stage separation confirmed. Alright, Booster 13, boost backburn, startup, and yeah, there we go. Starship 31 and Booster 13 are heading towards their paths. Yep, Starship 31 is going to space, and Booster 13 is going to the launch site for the potential Mechazilla catch. Oh, yeah. Wait,
is this recent? Good news there, telling us that the pressures inside the ship.
All right, let's continue watching Starship 31 and Booster 13. And yeah, this is awesome. All right, Booster 13 boost back burn is halfway shut it down. Yep. The center 3 engines are firing a bit longer, and yep, Booster 13 boost back burn shut down. And Booster 13 hot stage ring separation. Yeah, that's to reduce Booster 13's booster mass for descending and landing.
And then tracking cam there on the right-hand side of your screen.
Yep, Booster 13 completed its boost back burn. Oh.
And we can also see
Yep, that's Booster 13's hot stage ring. Yep, Booster 13's hot stage ring separated.
There on your screen, which is great. Now the next
All right.
Starship is following a nominal trajectory.
Starship 31 following a nominal trajectory.
Is going into that landing burn again. It'll light up 13 of those engines, and then
very successful so far. We had our biggest milestones for Starship Flight 6 so far.
Booster offshore divert. Unfortunately, that means that we are no-go for the catch.
Oh,
as
no.
we said before, both the tower and the vehicle, as well as the operators on console, have been actively evaluating the commit criteria for that return to the launch tower. And unfortunately, we did not have a pass on those commit criteria. So we were no-go for tower catch.
Yo, okay, so, alright Godzilla and Kaiju fans, so it looks like Mechazilla is not healthy enough for the Mechazilla catch. It looks like something on the top of the orbital launch tower, the Mechazilla launch tower, has been damaged. Probably the communication antenna on the very top has been damaged during liftoff. When Booster 13 and Starship 31 lifted off, it looks like Booster 13 is going to be doing the ocean landing here, just like Booster 11 did on Flight 4. So, yeah. Looks like we're not going to be doing a Mechazilla catch for Starship Flight 6, unfortunately. But it's okay, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. We'll get it on the next test flight. Starship Flight 7 will have a Mechazilla catch. Alright, so, yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. Booster 13 is going to be doing an ocean landing burn and ocean landing in the Gulf of Mexico because Mechazilla is not healthy enough for a Mechazilla catch of Booster 13. So yeah, since Mechazilla is not healthy enough for the Mechazilla catch, Booster 13 is going to be doing an ocean landing in the Gulf of Mexico just like Starship Flight 4 with Booster 11. So yep, let's watch Booster 13. Booster 13 going through atmospheric entry. And here we go. Prepare for ocean landing of Booster 13. Alright, here we go. Booster 13 is descending. It descended from supersonic speeds and descending from transonic speeds. Alright, and Booster 13 ocean landing burn startup. There goes the 13 center gimbaling Raptor engines. And there goes the 10 engines right there, letting the 3 Raptor engines do the rest. And Booster 13 is now at the Gulf of Mexico. And Booster 13 ocean landing confirmed. Super Heavy Booster 13 ocean landing confirmed. And kaboom. Booster 13 exploded off screen. Yeah. So yeah, when Booster 13 hit the ocean, Booster 13 exploded. After tumbling down and hitting the water on its side. And yeah, Booster 13 right now has lost its upper half section, its liquid methane tank, its grid fins, everything on the top part. And now the only thing that remains of Booster 13 is its liquid methane or liquid oxygen tank. Yep, Booster 13. Yeah, what's left of Booster 13 now is Booster 13's liquid oxygen tank and its Raptor engines. And yeah, Booster 13's top half exploded. But yeah, well, congratulations, Super Heavy Booster 13, for performing awesomely and doing a successful ocean landing. Alright, Starship 31 Raptor vacuum engines have shut it down. We're letting the sea level engines fire a little bit longer. And yep, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. Alright. Here we go. Prepare for the sea level engines to cut off. Here we go. Here we go. And Starship 31 ascent burn shutdown. Alright. Well, Starship 31 is now in space, and Booster 13 is in the Gulf of Mexico. Basically half of Booster 13 is in the Gulf of Mexico right now. Alright, flight termination systems have been saved, and yeah. We have a nominal orbit insertion for Starship 31. Awesome, like always.
It has been a very exciting afternoon so far. We'd like to send it back over to Dan, who can give us that live view experience. Dan, once again, are you okay after witnessing another Starship launch?
Yeah, totally fine. It's you guys have to be jealous. This is the only way to do this. This is fantastic. No, it was really cool to see a lift off 33 out of 33. Didn't go for the booster catch today. Initially, we were good, and then we tripped a commit criteria and did the offshore divert. So we went and did that water landing, as everybody saw. We'll dig into it a little bit more, but again, we've done it once. We've now done it twice. We're going to keep trying to do it, as this is just a core capability of Starship. What's going to make it so incredible. There's a lot left. We're just about almost 10 minutes into this flight, so about 50 plus minutes still to go. Ship nominal orbit, so it's on its way around the planet.
Starship 31 nominal orbit insertion.
In space burn, we're going to light one of those Raptor engines, the sea level ones in the middle, just to help demonstrate that we can relight in that microgravity environment. Really critical for deorbit burns as we start to do some orbital missions in the not too distant future.
Yep.
And then following that, we'll see a ship entry, maybe a splashdown. As you guys said, we're really going to be pushing ship on this one. We're pretty much intentionally putting it in places where we expect it might not do so great, and all that's to try and help us learn, see if we were a little too conservative, and then maybe that opens up more capability for when we start catching them. But I'll check back in with everybody in a little bit. I'm going to tune in and watch the ship fly around planet Earth, and hopefully we see it re-entering in the not too distant future.
All right.
You guys.
Well, yeah. So, SpaceX Starship 6th orbital test flight has been really, really successful and really, really awesome so far throughout Starship Flight 6. So, yep, SpaceX Starship 6th orbital test flight is really, really, really awesome so far. We still have a lot more objectives to do with Starship 31 right there, since Booster 13 completed its objectives and milestones, and yeah.
To improve the probability of success in the future, please do not attempt to approach the booster in the water for your safety as well as for that of our team that will be working on recovery. Now, we are going to continue though. The mission is not done.
Exactly. The mission's not over. Ship is still coasting. But it has been nonstop since liftoff, and with the booster having completed its job for the day, we are going to take a short break for the next 35 minutes or so while ship continues to coast before re-entry. Now, as with previous flights,
all right, Starship 31 in space and Booster 13 in the Gulf of Mexico, with its upper half destroyed, blown up, upon hitting the ocean.
Yeah, so if we do have views, we will be sure to bring those to you live, and of course, one of those views include that of our, as we said before, surprise payload, the banana, and we are looking forward to it. So we're going to come back in a few minutes, around T plus 35 minutes.
Exactly. Views or no views, we'll see you back here at T plus 40 minutes for our coverage of Starship.
So yeah, SpaceX Starship 6th orbital test flight has been really, really, really awesome and successful so far. Alright, so there's that right there, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. Basically, the most part of Starship Flight 6 is done. So, yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, SpaceX Starship 6th orbital test flight has been really, really, really awesome and really, really successful so far throughout Starship Flight 6. Starship 31 and Super Heavy Booster 13 successfully lifted off Orbital Launch Site A at Starbase's launch site, and Starship 31 and Booster 13 went into the ascent phase, with Booster 13 doing its ascent burn with all 33 Raptor engines ignited and doing the full duration ascent burn, and then Booster 13 and Starship 31 did the 5th successful hot stage separation. And yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, that hot stage separation was super awesome. Booster 13 did its most engines cut off. Starship 31 did its Raptor sea level engines and Raptor vacuum engines ignition. And yep, Starship 31 and Booster 13 went through hot stage separation, which is one of the major milestones for the Starship test flights now, and of course for Starship Flight 6. And then Booster 13 did its boost back burn, while Starship 31 did its ascent burn. And then Booster 13 completed its boost back burn completely to send it going to send it back to the launch site. And then while Starship 31 continued its ascent burn, Booster 13 did its boost back burn shutdown, and then Booster 13 separated its hot stage ring. And then shortly after that, the SpaceX team found out that the Mechazilla arms and the Mechazilla launch tower was not healthy enough for the Mechazilla catch, because something wrong happened with the Mechazilla launch tower. The communication antenna at the top of the Mechazilla launch tower got a bit damaged, and it was tilted when Starship 31 and Booster 13 lifted off. And so Booster 13 diverted to the Gulf of Mexico instead of the Starbase launch site. And Booster 13 descended, and then Booster 13 did its ocean landing burn, and then Booster 13 successfully did its ocean landing in the Gulf of Mexico, just like Booster 11 on Starship Flight 4. But this time it was a little bit different, and Godzilla and Kaiju fans. And then shortly after that, Booster 13 tumbled, and then Booster 13 exploded upon hitting the ocean of the Gulf of Mexico. And and now we got half of Booster 13 left. Booster 13's upper section, its liquid methane tank, exploded when Booster 13 tumbled and hit the Gulf of Mexico on its side. And we now have half of Booster 13 now. We now have half of Booster 13 now. Its liquid oxygen tank. The only remains of Booster 13 now are Booster 13's liquid methane tank and Booster 13's Raptor engines. They're all still intact, but the rest of Booster 13 is not really intact anymore because Booster 13's upper section exploded. But Booster 13 will be recovered by the SpaceX team soon. So, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. Now we're going to watch Starship 31 coast around Earth, and Starship 31 do its in-space Raptor engine relight demonstration, and see Starship 31 go through atmospheric entry, and then see Starship 31 do its ocean landing in the Indian Ocean very soon. So, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, it's now time to skip ahead over to Starship 31's in-space Raptor engine relight demonstration. So, let's go ahead and do that now. So, Alright. Let's go ahead and skip forward. Fast forward over to Starship 31's Raptor engine relight. We're going to see Starship 31 do its in-space Raptor engine relight demonstration. Got some camera view looking at Starship 31's payload right there, the banana right there. Alright, let's see, where's it at? I know it's around here somewhere. Is it right here? No. I think it's just a little bit either back here or... that's camera view looking at the banana right there. That is in Starship 31 right there. Let's see.
We're gonna aim for that.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
And so
Here we go. Wait 1 second. Let's just replay back just a little bit. A little bit more. Right, there we go. Now anytime commentary should come back on. Alright.
And we are just about 35 minutes into today's flight test.
Alright, Starship Flight 6.
Starship itself as
35 minutes into SpaceX Starship 6 orbital test flight.
Coming up on what we will hopefully see is our in in-space relight demonstration. This will be firing up one of those 3 sea level Raptors on the very aft end of the ship, and essentially reigniting it while we're in that microgravity environment in Earth orbit. We had attempted this once previously on Flight 3, but ended up skipping it when we had some attitude control issues with the ship.
Yep, Starship 28.
And we are on the dark side of the planet right now, so views are going to be a little bit dark, but hopefully we see some engine light come on as we do this relight test. This is a pretty critical capability for doing deorbit burns. This is not a deorbit burn.
Yep.
I want to stress that we're on a trajectory where if we didn't fire off the engine at all, we are definitely coming home. Ooh, seeing some thunderstorms down on the ground. That's pretty cool.
Yep, yeah, we got some thunderstorms right below Starship 31 right there. Yep, there is thunderstorms happening right there below Starship 31 right there. Yeah, you can see all the thunder and lightning happening right there with the thunderstorms right there. Yep, I like thunderstorms a whole bunch, and I hope all of you Godzilla and Kaiju fans do, because me and Godzilla, yes, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, I do like thunderstorms a lot. They're just really awesome to look at. Just a very awesome light show with some thunder and lightning, and yeah, just really amazes me. Yeah, it's just really awesome to look at, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. Yep.
They don't require nearly as much gas to pressurize.
Godzilla's like thunderstorms.
Any in-orbit maneuvers.
Mm-hmm.
And then for landing.
All right, prepare for Starship 31 in-space Raptor engine relight demo coming up very, very soon, guys.
Just about the next minute. Should be under a minute now.
All right.
Away from that expected ship burn.
All right. Camera views powered by the Starlink terminals on Starship 31 right there.
Pretty frequently. We just did it with the landing burn and that boost back burn on the booster. And we've done it on ship landing burns.
Thunder and lightning on the thunderstorms right there.
Propellant management and a lot of other things.
I like thunderstorms a whole bunch. All right, here we go. Starship 31 in-space Raptor engine relight demo activate. All right, yeah, Starship 31 in-space Raptor engine relight demo confirmed. Yep, that Raptor engine relight right there. And yeah, we're gonna replay that again. Yep. All right. All right, here we go.
We just haven't done it in this microgravity environment.
It was just a few seconds long right there. Let's just replay it back this one time here. All right, here we go. Starship 31 in-space Raptor engine relight demonstration confirmed. All right. Yep, there it was, and shutdown right there. Yep, that was from one of Starship 31's Raptor steel level engines right there in the center. Yep, so yeah, Starship 31 in-space Raptor engine relight demonstration confirmed. A new milestone achieved for the Starship program.
That's a pretty critical capability that we're going to need when we're doing orbital missions in the not too distant future.
There's a lot of thunderstorms happening down there. Really awesome for us. Well, yeah, right there, Godzilla. Yep, that's really awesome. So, yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, there you have it right there. Starship 31 in-space Raptor engine relight demonstration confirmed. Oh, and there's Starship 31's flaps moving into atmospheric entry position in preparation for atmospheric entry. So yeah, Starship 31's flaps have moved into atmospheric entry position in preparation for Starship 31 atmospheric entry. So yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, Starship 31 in-space Raptor engine relight demonstration confirmed. A new milestone for the Starship program for SpaceX, guys. That's really awesome right there. Yep.
Coming up real soon, ship re-entry, successful
Yep.
relight.
Starship 31 atmospheric entry coming up next. We can see Starship 31 beginning to move into a bit of a vertical position. We can see what's happening down below. All right, prepare for Starship 31 atmospheric entry. Prepare to see that extremely awesome atmospheric plasma heating. atmospheric entry plasma heating is going to be showing up on Starship 31 right about now. You can already see it happening. Wow. Wow. Now this atmospheric entry right here is really awesome. We're now 40 minutes into Starship Flight 6, guys. Starship 31 is now currently going through atmospheric entry. You can already see that atmospheric plasma heating right there. We can already see that atmospheric entry plasma heating right there. That looks really awesome. And now keep in mind that Starship Flight 6 did launch in the afternoon time, so it's nighttime where Starship 31 is currently at right now. And yeah, so Starship 31 is going to be landing in the Indian Ocean in the daytime because Starship Flight 6 launched in the afternoon. Yeah. Alright, Starship 31 is now going through atmospheric entry. Yep. Starship 31 is now going through atmospheric entry right there, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. Yep. Starship 31 is going through atmospheric entry right now, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. So let's watch Starship 31 go through atmospheric entry. And let's see if Starship 31 complete the rest of Starship Flight 6. Yep. Let's watch Starship 31 go through atmospheric entry and complete the rest of Starship Flight 6, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. Let's watch Starship 31 go. Got some awesome no commentary music. Yep. Atmospheric entry on Starship 31. This is really awesome. What a wonderful Starship test flight so far. Well, mostly throughout Starship Flight 6. The rest of Starship Flight 6 is happening right now. What an awesome Starship test flight, everybody. Camera views powered by Starlink. Oh yeah. Yep. Starship 31 is going through atmospheric entry, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. We're going to see Starship 31 complete the rest of Starship Flight 6, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. So, yeah, let's watch Starship 31 go. This is basically the final time a Starship spacecraft is going through atmospheric entry, a version 1. This is basically the last time a version 1 Starship spacecraft is going through atmospheric entry because Starship Flight 7 is going to be the launch of Starship 33 and Booster 14. So, yeah, and yeah. Alright. Yep, Starship 31 is going through atmospheric entry and remaining on a nominal trajectory right now, guys. And we are now a bit over 1 hour into our video. Yeah. Yeah, we're now at 9 minutes. We're now 9 minutes over 1 hour into our video. Yeah. We're over 1 hour into our Starship Flight 6 video. And yeah, Starship 31 is going through atmospheric entry right now. Oh wow, here's camera view looking at the engine section of Starship 31 right there, guys. Wow. Yeah. Alright. Here's all the camera views of Starship 31 right there. Yep, here's all the onboard camera views of Starship 31 right there, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, as Starship 31 is going through atmospheric entry right now, guys. Yeah. Oh. Speed is starting to slow down. Yep, the speed is decreasing as our altitude is decreasing. The speed is going to slowly decrease. Alright. Our speed is now slowing down just very slowly. It's going to slow down a lot for the rest of atmospheric entry very soon. Alright. We're now 90 kilometers above Earth on Starship 31 right there. Yep. Yeah. Alright. Starship Flight 6 has been really successful.
Welcome back to Starship 6
Starship Flight 6.
It has been an exciting
Starship
day so far.
6 test flight.
Starbase at 4 p.m. Central Time. The Super Heavy booster and
Booster
ship had a
13 and
successful
Starship
separation,
31.
as well as a good boost back burn and good separation of a hot stage adapter.
The hot stage ring.
Return to the launch site and catch attempt
The ring of hot staging.
Were not met, and the Super Heavy booster executed a planned divert.
Yep, Booster 13 did its planned divert and did its ocean landing burn and ocean landing in the Gulf of Mexico and then exploded after tumbling down.
Starship is at 85 kilometers. Flaps now have control of the vehicle.
Alright. Starship 31 continuing to remain on a nominal trajectory, and Starship 31's flaps have complete nominal control of Starship 31 right now.
We've got the call out there telling us that the Starship vehicle is now 83 kilometers above. Coming up around T plus, well, now actually, the ship, as you can see, is beginning to re-enter the Earth's atmosphere. As a reminder, one of the main goals of today's flight test is
Starship
for the
Flight
ship
6.
to make it through the extreme heat of re-entry and to do so in a controlled manner. Now, re-entry is typically a portion of flight where we don't have communication capability with the spacecraft, because it's
This is Starship 31's primary objective. Going through atmospheric entry and landing vertically and softly in the Indian Ocean. And Booster 13's primary objective was going to return Booster 13 to the launch site and do the second Mechazilla catch attempt, but Booster 13 did Booster 13 did the ocean landing in the Gulf of Mexico, just like Booster 11 on Starship Flight 4, because the Mechazilla arms were not healthy enough for the Mechazilla catch, because there was a problem with the top of it, the communication tower, the communication antenna, yeah.
Starship is approaching the peak heating phase of entry.
Alright, approaching the maximum phase of atmospheric entry.
We're getting into the peak heating phase. We're getting these views courtesy of Starlink. We've got 4 different terminals on the ship itself.
Yep.
It's what's really allowed us to.
It's time for the extreme atmospheric entry heating, guys.
Mystery box, essentially, for spacecraft design, where when you're re-entering through the atmosphere, at least getting anything in real time hasn't ever been possible before. But we're able to not just get these views, but real-time telemetry from the ship as it's coming through. Do really want to stress that we are really pushing the ship today.
We are really going to push Starship 31 today, or on November 19th, basically. But yeah, it's been a bit over 1 week since Starship Flight 6 happened anyway, so yeah. Uh-oh, what's that? I'm starting to see some dents right there on Starship 31 beginning to form right there.
In those really sensitive areas around the flat, but this is an older generation heat shield, and knowing we weren't going to do
Yep.
that.
So yeah,
we
SpaceX Starship's
looked at
7th
some
orbital
extra
test flight will be the
tiles.
launch
There were
of
some tiles
Starship
where we were
33
testing for
and
backups.
Booster
There
14.
are
Yeah,
some
SpaceX
steel
Starship
colored tiles
7th orbital
in a
test
couple of
flight
different
will
spots.
be
And there's also
the flight
hopefully more
of
steel to
Starship
show it.
33 and
As
Super Heavy
you
Booster
guys talked about, we
14.
gave it a little
So yeah,
bit
that's
better
going to be
of
happening in
a couple
2025
of
very
tiles
soon.
trimmed off the sides, and that's where we might have catch fittings in the future. But
Oh yeah, they
colors
removed
starting to come in, so it looks
those
like things are going to
they
start getting
removed
heavy
some
again
of
soon.
Starship
Yeah, fun fact,
31's
Dan, we
thermal
actually
protection
removed
system tiles
100 heat shield
to make
tiles
way
from
for
Starship in
future
order
Mechazilla
to
catch hardware that
basically
will be on the
prevent
version
that
2 Starship
necessary receiving
spacecrafts
line
very
that you
soon.
kind of can see
Yeah.
there in your view. Think back to previous flights, the heat shield line came up further on the vehicle, and just like Dan said, we want to test the vehicle beyond what we think it is capable of carrying based on our simulations and calculations. So once again, to just be super plain,
Everything
don't be
looking
surprised
nominal
if we
throughout
see some
atmospheric
wackadoodle
entry.
stuff happen here. We won't be. There are a number of things that we are testing out intentionally to see what the ship can take.
Yeah, we're gonna see what
exactly.
Starship
And knowing
31
what those
can
limits are
take.
will really help us design the vehicle of the future. Essentially, removing those tiles helps us remove a lot of weight from the vehicle, a lot of things that might potentially need refurbishment in the future.
Yeah.
And the goal is to come up with a heat shield pattern or design that we don't have to refurbish. We can just continue to use it over and over.
Starting to
again.
see a big
That's why
dent starting to
we're
form on
changing
Starship
some of those
31 right
tiles,
there.
moving
Oh
stuff
man.
around, removing a lot of
That's
those
potentially
tiles,
from atmospheric
as
entry
Kate has been
heating,
mentioning.
where there's no
Exactly.
thermal
And,
protection system
looking
tiles right
forward to
there
a
on Starship
capability
31
of
right
the
there.
future, we want to be able to catch Starship like we do with boosters, and so the
Yeah.
next flight,
SpaceX
we
very
want
soon
to better
is going to be
understand
catching
where
Starship
we can
spacecrafts
install
very
catch
soon.
hardware, not necessarily to actually do the catch, but to see how that hardware holds up in those spots.
There is going to be
Today's
Mechazilla
trip
catch
will
hardware
inform,
where there's no thermal
yeah,
protection
does
system tiles
the
on
stainless
Starship
steel hold
31
up
right there,
like
but
we think
that's
it
going to be
will
on the
based on
version 2
experiments that
Starship
we conducted
spacecrafts.
on
Yeah, there will be
Flight 5.
Mechazilla catch hardware
Continuing to
on
amazing views.
the
Yeah, Dan, go
version
ahead.
2 Starship
I was just
spacecrafts.
gonna say, like, there's
Yeah.
so much on this flight that we're doing to try and, make all the ships that we're about to start flying even better. Just really
All
understand.
right, we're a bit under 70 kilometers above Earth right there.
Lined up for Flight 7. It's got all of those heat shield upgrades and everything.
Yep. Starship
And one of the
33 has a
things that we're
lot
doing
of
that's
major
most
thermal
interesting,
protection
one of the reasons
system
we want
upgrades.
daylight is we're going to be
Yep.
flying pretty aggressively as shit comes in. We're going to be kind of nose down, and we've done it in wind tunnels, we've done it in simulations. You might see the flaps really flapping around trying to control the vehicle.
Yep.
We're betting we might have a little bit more capability than we think in just the analysis, but always a chance that bet doesn't pay off. That just helps us know, like, what are our
Starship is now halfway through the peak heating phase of entry.
Halfway through the extreme phase of atmospheric entry for Starship 31 right there.
Yeah, and if you guys, again, can follow along with the altitude and the speed of ship as it's making its way back down to Earth,
Yep.
bottom right-hand corner of the screen.
Where there's no thermal protection systems right there on Starship 31 right there. Yeah, where there's no thermal protection system tiles on Starship 31 right there, where that dent is forming. Yeah, that's going to be for Mechazilla catch hardware on the version 2 Starship spacecrafts very soon. So yeah, they are going to install Mechazilla catch hardware on the sides of version 2 Starship spacecraft prototypes very soon, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. So I can't wait for Starship spacecraft Mechazilla catch it now. Yeah.
We want to go learn more about the ship, and this is a great opportunity to
They are going to learn more about Starship spacecrafts and how they perform.
To help inform these future designs. As we've mentioned, it has a different heat shield. This heat shield is not the same generation as what we flew last time. This one is one generation older.
One generation older. So like older than the newer generation heat shield tiles on Starship 30 on Flight 5. Yeah.
Protect the metal is the thinking there. Also,
There's a
checking out
big
the
dent
ship's
right there.
structural
It's starting to
strength in
form.
those areas where
There's
we're
a
looking
big
to
dent
have
right there
that ship catch
on
hardware
Starship
just to see
31
if
right there.
it survives entry. So yeah, as we've been saying, we've done a lot of calculations and simulations. This view right here is super cool. This is looking out from the aft engine bay, basically at the bottom of Starship. Then on the center left-hand panel, if you will, we have one of the forward Starship
I'm
flags.
starting to see
So
the
one of
bottom of
flags
Earth right there. I'm starting to see the
underneath
surface
that
of
is
Earth
one
right
of the
there.
aft end
Yeah,
flaps.
it's starting to
Like the
turn
one
morning
you see in the
time.
main
It's starting to
picture
turn
there on the
daytime
right-hand
now.
side of your screen. Now these views as the vehicle continues to enter the Earth's atmosphere, drawing a crowd once again here at SpaceX and Hawthorne as folks tune in as the mission continues on. Now the next event that we have coming up,
Starship
we
Flight
should
6.
hear the call out that the vehicle is transonic around T plus 1 hour and 2 minutes or so. That means that the vehicle is traveling near the speed of sound. We say near the speed of sound because there are certain parts of the vehicle where airflow is going faster and other parts where it's going slower. So it kind of teeters there on the brink of the speed of sound. So once we have equal flow on all parts, we'll hear it subsonic.
Yes, look at that.
Real quick, almost a reverse.
The daytime is at hand right there.
Before we see the Earth starting to come into view, we've got sunrise there over the Indian Ocean. So this is going to look
That big dent right there on Starship 31 right
And
there.
it was specifically so like we get as much daylight as possible to see how ship does this. Over to you, Jesse. Sorry about that.
Dan,
it's starting to turn daytime.
Point out is that we're getting a lot clearer view of the Earth in the background.
We're getting a lot clearer view of Earth now because it's starting to turn daytime.
That plasma around the ship, which is really, really cool to see. Again,
Plasma around
we are
Starship
pushing the
31.
limits of ship today, but so far everything is looking pretty nominal. We'll see how the next few minutes goes.
Yeah, like we've said before, don't be surprised if this is not entirely smooth sailing all the way down to the
it's like
ocean
some kind of
surface.
glitching right there on the screens right
We
there.
are targeting the same splashdown location in the Indian Ocean.
Oh,
but
wow.
we're not expecting to recover the vehicle.
Right, and we were getting
This
some
is
glimpses of
super
the flaps.
awesome.
The flaps so far are looking pretty good. We're not seeing any burn through. There's those flaps again in that hinge area, which is our most concerning
55
area
kilometers
there.
above Earth.
That's great news for us for now. Again, the next few minutes could change
Starship
as we
31
continue
going
to
through
push
atmospheric
those
entry
limits.
in the daytime right there. That's awesome.
A little bit once we're subsonic essentially, so I think that's about 1,200 kilometers an hour. Once we're down below that, that's when we're gonna kind of dip our nose down.
All right, 50.
and get
We're
that
55
more
kilometers above Earth right there on Starship 31 right there.
Right into the water, pretty much that position.
Right.
But if we're going to be able to do return to launch sites, we're going to want to be able to fly with a little bit more of an angle of attack.
All right, 54 kilometers above Earth on Starship 31 right there, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. Starship 31 is very soon going to be approaching atmospheric entry.
Way out here in super remote areas before you ever try to bring a ship back to a place like Starbase.
Starship remains on a good entry trajectory. External temperatures are coming down.
All right, great news there. That
All
tells us
right.
that we are through the phase of peak heating.
We are now through the phase of extreme atmospheric entry heating, and that atmospheric plasma heating right there, that atmospheric entry plasma heating right there, looks really awesome on Starship 31 right there. Wow.
These beautiful views of planet Earth coming in.
We can now see the Indian Ocean coming into view, and it's now daytime.
The ship as it was re-entering, and now we've got daylight. It is about an hour or so after sunrise there in the Indian Ocean. So pretty cool to see this.
Oh, wow.
And it might not seem like it makes a huge difference.
All right, the atmospheric entry heating is dissipating.
Which is very beneficial for us to visually see anything and try and correlate that to any of the sensors or data that we have on the vehicle.
Exactly. That is why we shifted
yeah.
the launch window so that we
This
could
is awesome.
have that daylight in order to improve our observations.
All right, the
of
atmospheric
the
entry
vehicle.
heating
So
is
not only are we
dissipating.
getting all the raw
Yeah.
data from all the sensors that are on board Starship, but we also have multiple cameras and assets out there that are watching the vehicle and will also be able to tell us with this visual story that is also very, very important.
This is awesome.
And as we get down a little bit lower, the Raptor engines are in their chill phase right now, so just essentially getting them primed to turn on.
We're gonna do our ocean landing burn on Starship 31 right there.
To do a landing flip and then a landing burn, so.
Oh my Godzilla, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, look at Starship 31 now. Starship 31 has a lot of burn marks all over Starship 31 after atmospheric entry, and we are now 1 hour into SpaceX Starship 6th orbital test flight now.
Once you hear Starship is subsonic, keep a close eye on the flaps. They're gonna be working overtime essentially to maintain control of the ship as we get a little more aggressive with this.
All right. Oh my Godzilla, look at that right there. Looks like we got some atmospheric entry heating, a lot of it on that part. We're now going through maximum aerodynamic pressure, max Q part 2.
Here that we do have some heating there on that looks like one of the forward flaps on Starship.
Yep, 31.
To be expected. We knew that the vehicle would perform differently than what we had seen on Flight 5. This is actually really good data because
40
it tells
kilometers
us
above Earth.
what parts of the vehicle
No,
at
38
this,
kilometers.
what will soon be a higher angle of attack once we drop down below the speed of sound. We'll have a higher angle of attack, meaning we're going to be flying nose down, basically. So yeah, this is good news, but we can actually, looks like that heating is starting to cool off there.
The heating is starting to cool
Yeah,
off.
it's a little burn through. Again, it is important to note when we start seeing that through the ship's descent as well. So like Kate was saying, we're getting some really good data here.
Oh yeah.
Looks like the other flaps are doing a little better than the one that has a little burn through, which is some good news. Again, constantly watching. We've got a couple minutes until we're expecting to make it all the way back down to Earth.
All right, we are now 1 hour, 1 minute, and 54 seconds.
We are not expecting to recover the ship.
We are not, they are not expecting to recover Starship 31 for Starship Flight 6.
It's not really in our expectations today. We really want to push the hardware, as we've been saying, but really the telemetry and the data and the video that we receive all the way to the end is truly what we're looking for, and will help inform the future designs of this vehicle.
We can see some
Oh wow! We can see Starship 31's flaps are moving a bit.
There is the flaps adjusting. We have a camera on one of the flaps there. This is the view that you're seeing there.
Oh
and you can also see the graphic in the bottom.
Starship is slowing down past Mach 1.
All right, Starship 31 is slowing down and past Mach 1.
You can see the orientation of the vehicle starting to change.
Yep. We're now 1 hour, 2 minutes, 54 seconds into SpaceX Starship 6th orbital test flight now. Starship 31 has successfully made it through atmospheric entry. And now Starship 31 is transonic and now subsonic.
This is when things will.
All right, and Starship 31 has a lot of atmospheric entry burn marks all over Starship 31 right there. And yeah, that's really awesome right there.
We're going to try and maintain flap control the whole way, but we are just a couple
all right.
away from hopefully.
Starship 31 is descending.
Landing flip and landing burn if the flaps can hold together.
Yeah, this is such a cool view. This reminds me of when we first performed the belly flop maneuver on the high altitude test with serial number 8.
Oh yeah.
We saw the ship come back through, and I always wondered what it looked like from the ship's perspective, and this perspective I think helps inform that. We will be, as Dan said, we will
all right,
be
we're now
digging
10 kilometers
down
above Earth.
further
Yep,
and
Starship 31 is 10 kilometers above Earth, and now 8 kilometers
this
above
higher
Earth.
angle of attack. You know, we're intentionally doing it to stress those aft
All right,
flaps,
7 kilometers
and that
above
will
Earth.
help
Yep.
inform the limits
Starship
of
31 is
control
now 7
in order to
kilometers
keep up
above
with
the Indian Ocean and approaching ocean landing burn. All right, Starship 31 is 6 kilometers above Earth, above the Indian Ocean. And now Starship 31 is 5 kilometers above the Indian Ocean, and Starship 31 is approaching ocean landing.
5 kilometers altitude remains on a good trajectory.
I have a feeling
Approaching ocean landing.
So cool as it passes through the clouds.
All right, passing through the clouds. Starship 31 passing through the clouds right there. That's awesome. All right, Starship 31 is now nose down. All right, here we go. Starship 31 is approaching ocean landing burn and ocean landing. All right, here we go. Here we go. Starship 31 is 1 kilometer above Earth. All right, yep. Starship 31 is 1 kilometer above Earth, and here we go. This is it. Starship 31 ocean landing burn startup. All right, Starship 31 ocean landing burn has begun. The 3 Raptor sea level engines are firing for ocean landing burn. There goes one of them. Starship 31 is vertical, and there's the Indian Ocean. And Starship 31 ocean landing confirmed. Congratulations, Starship 31 and Super Heavy Booster 13 for making a very, very, very successful SpaceX Starship 6th orbital test flight. All right, and there's Starship 31 in the Indian Ocean. And this time it didn't explode just like Starship 31 after it tumbled down and exploded. Yeah, so yeah, Starship 31 is now intact and is going to sink to the bottom of the Indian Ocean. And yeah, Starship 31 didn't explode just like Starship 30 after it tumbled down on Starship Flight 5. Well, that concludes Starship Flight 6.
Exactly why we do that, and those views were absolutely incredible to watch.
All right, well,
we were able to get the views all
that concludes Starship Flight 6.
Seeing ship touchdown in daylight.
So cool. So cool.
Wow.
Now we want to, unfortunately, wrap up the show.
Yeah,
Wrap up the show.
We'll say congratulations to our teammates at SpaceX and to everyone who supported the Starship program. And thank you to all of our future customers for your support.
We'd also like to thank the people of Cameron County, Texas, as well as the Coast Guard, the Federal Aviation Administration, the Government of Mexico, and the Australian Space Agency.
All right. Well, that concludes Starship Flight 6. Another huge success for the Starship program. Congrats, Starship 31 and Booster 13.
I could take it from here. That was just incredible to see that splashdown. As you said, thanks to everybody that took such a huge part in this. Everybody here at Starbase that's worked on this program, just really pouring your lives into it. Great to see another booster lift off. We'll catch it the next time. Great to see ship in the water.
Great to see Starship 31 in the water. Great to see Booster 13 in the water too.
Soon here from Starbase, but I'll send us out this time. We'll see you guys next time.
See you all next time.
Awesome. Thanks, Dan. Be sure to follow SpaceX on X for updates and more exciting views that we weren't able to feature on today's broadcast.
I'm sure there will be plenty of those. Now, thanks to all of you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
See you all next time. All right. Well, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, that officially concludes SpaceX Starship 6th orbital test flight. Next up is SpaceX Starship 7th orbital test flight, coming soon in October, or coming soon in 2025. Yeah. So yeah, that just about concludes it right there. We're going to switch it on over to Starbase Live, and then we're going to do the outro for what's going on at Starbase. Alright, yeah, skip this ad, and yeah. Alright, we're going to skip it on over to Starbase, and yeah. Alright, so yeah. So, yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, that's about it for Starship Flight 6. We're going to move it on to the outro now, so... yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move it on to the outro, and yeah. So yeah, this is what's happening at Starbase right now. Preparations for Starship Flight 7 are underway. And yeah, Starbase is celebrating Thanksgiving 2024. So yeah, that's what we have right now at Starbase. So yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, that is going to officially wrap it up for SpaceX Starship 6th Orbital Test Flight live event on Godzilla King _954 to 23. I really hope all of you Godzilla and Kaiju fans enjoyed SpaceX Starship 6th Orbital Test Flight. Starship Flight 6 was super incredible, like Starship Flight 5. And yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, I am still claiming the SpaceX Starship 5th Orbital Test Flight as the new biggest rocket test flight in spaceflight history. So, yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, Starship Flight 5 was really incredible. So, yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, SpaceX Starship 6th Orbital Test Flight was super extremely awesome, like how it was on Starship Flight 5. Well, with an additional objective, which is relighting one of Starship 31's Raptor engines. And yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, Starship Flight 6 was really incredible. So yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, although Starship Flight 6 was basically like Starship Flight 4, but with an additional objective and just a little bit different than what Starship Flight 4 was all about, I am still claiming SpaceX Starship 6th correction. So yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, Starship Flight 6 was really incredible, and yeah. So, although Starship Flight 6 was a bit like Starship Flight 4 mostly, but with an additional objective and a little bit more different than Starship Flight 4 in real life, I am claiming that SpaceX Starship 5th Orbital Test Flight as the biggest rocket test flight in spaceflight history. And yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, Starship Flight 6 was really incredible. Starship 31 and Booster 13 completed their milestones throughout Starship Flight 6. And yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, Starship 31 and Booster 13 lifted off successfully from the Orbital Launch Site, Orbital Launch Site A at Starbase. Yep. Yeah, so yeah, let me say that all in one official take, and then let me say this all in one take, and then we're going to be moving on to the outro. And yeah. So yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, SpaceX Starship 6th Orbital Test Flight was really awesome. Starship 31 and Booster 13 successfully lifted off Orbital Launch Site A at Starbase. And Booster 13 and Starship 31 went on to do their milestones. Booster 13 completed its ascent burn with all 33 Raptor engines ignited, and Starship 31 and Booster 13 went through hot stage separation. Booster 13 did its Booster 13 most engines cut off, and then Starship 31 ignited its 6 Raptor engines. It's 3 sail over Raptor engines and 3 vacuum engines. Yeah, the vacuum engines ignited first, and the sea level engines ignited secondly. And then Starship 31 and Booster 13 went through hot stage separation. Starship 31 started doing its ascent burn. Booster 13 did its boost back burn to send it back towards the launch site for what was going to be the Mechazilla catch. And then Starship 31, and then while Starship 31 was doing its ascent burn, Booster 13 completed its boost back burn, and Booster 13 separated its hot stage ring for hot stage Booster 13 separated its hot stage ring after boost back burn for reducing booster mass on Booster 13 for descending and landing. And then Booster 13 was going to do the Mechazilla catch, but did not do the Mechazilla catch because Mechazilla was not healthy enough for the Mechazilla catch because the top of the Mechazilla launch tower, the communication antenna was bent during liftoff of Starship Flight 6. And the automated health checks showed unhealthy conditions with the Mechazilla arms. So Booster 13 diverted to its ocean landing. Its ocean landing in the Gulf of Mexico. And then And then we saw Booster 13 did the final part of its flight. Booster 13 did its ocean landing burn and ocean landing in the Gulf of Mexico, and then Booster 13 tumbled, and then Booster 13 exploded off screen. The top part of it exploded, which left its liquid oxygen tank and engines remaining. And then Starship 31 did its ascent burn and completed its ascent burn, and Starship 31 went into coast phase, and then Starship 31 completed its in-space Raptor engine relight demo, and then Starship 31 successfully made it through atmospheric entry with its thermal protection system protecting Starship 31, with some thermal protection system tiles removed from Starship 31 before Starship Flight 6 happened for future Mechazilla catch hardware on future Starship spacecrafts, which will be on version 2 Starship spacecrafts. Where there is no thermal protection system tiling on Starship 31, that is basically to make way for future Mechazilla catch hardware, so there will be Starship spacecraft Mechazilla catches in the future. And then Starship 31 successfully made it through atmospheric entry, and then Starship 31 did its ocean landing burn, and then Starship 31 flipped, and then Starship 31 was vertical, and then Starship 31 landed softly in the Indian Ocean with its powered Raptor engine ocean landing. And that concludes Starship Flight 6. So, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, I really hope you all enjoyed Starship Flight 6 a lot. And up next, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, is going to be what's going to be the next biggest rocket test flight in spaceflight history, potentially. So, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, up next for SpaceX Starship, is going to be Starship Flight 7. So Godzilla and Kaiju fans, coming up next is SpaceX Starship 7th orbital test flight in 2025 with prototypes Starship 33 and Super Heavy Booster 14. So Godzilla and Kaiju fans, that's all going to be happening in 2025 very soon. So Godzilla and Kaiju fans, coming up next for SpaceX Starship is SpaceX Starship 7th orbital test flight, coming soon and launching soon in early 2025 with prototypes Starship 33 and Super Heavy Booster 14 launching together on Starship Flight 7, which means we will have the launch of the first version 2 Starship spacecraft prototype. Starship 33 is the first ever version 2 Starship spacecraft prototype, and Starship 31 is the last Starship version 1 prototype, the last version 1 Starship spacecraft prototype in the Starship program. So, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, I can't wait to see that all very soon. So, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, Starship Flight 7 was, Starship Flight 6 was really awesome. And I hope you all enjoyed it so much. And coming very soon in 2025, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, is SpaceX Starship 7th orbital test flight, coming soon and launching soon in early 2025, very, very soon. And our prototypes for Starship Flight 7 will be Starship 33, the first version 2 Starship spacecraft prototype, and Super Heavy Booster 14, the 14th Super Heavy Booster prototype in the Starship program. And that's going to be coming very soon. Starship Flight 7 will be coming in 2025. So, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, that's going to be the end of this video right here. Hope you Godzilla and Kaiju fans enjoyed it. Please like the videos and subscribe to Godzilla King _Knights54 to 23 to become a member of Team Godzilla, and to get our YouTube channel to 100 subscribers on YouTube sooner and later in 2024, if you can all do it. And for more extremely awesome Godzilla King _Knights54 to 23 YouTube videos on our YouTube channel. And Godzilla and Kaiju fans, that's going to wrap it up for Starship Flight 6 here. So, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, up next in the Starship program is SpaceX Starship 7th orbital test flight, coming soon and launching soon in early 2025. our prototypes for Starship Flight 7 will be a SpaceX Starship 33 and Booster 14. Yeah, so let me say it all in one take. So yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, coming soon in 2025 is SpaceX Starship 7th Orbital Test Flight, which will be the launch of Starship 33 and Super Heavy Booster 14. So yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, that's going to be the end of this video. Hope you Godzilla and Kaiju fans enjoyed it. SpaceX Starship 7th Orbital Test Flight is coming soon and launching soon in 2025, which will be the launch of Starship 33 and Super Heavy Booster 14. Hope you Godzilla and Kaiju fans enjoyed it, and I will see you all in Part 2 of Fortnite Chapter 5 at Season OG Chapter 2 Remix on Godzilla King _Knights 54-23, coming very soon after this video uploads. So, yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. Hope you Godzilla and Kaiju fans enjoyed it, and I will see you all in Fortnite Chapter 5 at Season OG Chapter 2 Remix on Godzilla King _Knights 54-23 Part 2. So, bye-bye now, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. See you all in our Part 2 video of Fortnite Chapter 5 at Season OG Chapter 2 Remix. So, see you all, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. Bye-bye now. Alright, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. That is going to conclude Starship Flight 6 and our videos of Starship Flight 6. I really hope all of you Godzilla and Kaiju fans enjoyed it a lot. So, yeah, Starship Flight 6 was really awesome. I know we didn't get to see Booster 13 do the Mechazilla catch, but I gotta say Starship Flight 6 was awesome. It was really awesome, just like Starship Flight 5, but I'm definitely still claiming Starship Flight 5 as the new biggest rocket test flight in spaceflight history until future Starship test flights happen, and yeah. So, yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, that is going to be the end of this video. Hope you Godzilla and Kaiju fans enjoyed it, and remember, SpaceX Starship 7th Orbital Test Flight is coming soon and launching soon in early 2025, and we will see the launch of Starship 33 and Super Heavy Booster 14. And yeah, Starship 31 is going to be, Starship 33 is the first version 2 Starship spacecraft prototype. So yeah, here's one more look of what we got at Starbase right now. And yeah. So yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, that's going to conclude our Starship Flight 6 full video. I really hope all of you Godzilla and Kaiju fans enjoyed it. And remember, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, SpaceX Starship 7th Orbital Test Flight is coming soon and launching soon in early 2025. And we will see Starship 33 and Super Heavy Booster 14 fly for Starship Flight 7. And yep, Starship 33, the first version 2 Starship spacecraft prototype, is going to be flying with Super Heavy Booster 14 on Starship Flight 7. And yeah, Starship 33 and Booster 14 are going to make extreme history on Starship Flight 7. So yeah, SpaceX Starship 7th Orbital Test Flight is coming soon and launching soon in early 2025. And we're going to very soon see Starship 33 and Booster 14 fly. So, yeah, Godzilla and Kaiju fans, that's going to be the end of the video. Hope you Godzilla and Kaiju fans enjoyed it. And me and Godzilla will see you all in Fortnite Chapter 5 Season OG Chapter 2 Remix on Godzilla King _Knights 54-23 Part 2. Coming very soon after this video releases. So yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. Hope you Godzilla and Kaiju fans enjoyed it. Happy Thanksgiving 2024, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. And me and Godzilla will see you all in Fortnite Chapter 5 Season OG Chapter 2 Remix on Godzilla King _Knights 54-23 Part 2 very, very soon after this video releases. So, see you all, Godzilla and Kaiju fans. Bye-bye now.